If you've been feeling the intensity of the energy lately, you are not alone. We are in a space and time right now where the energy is amplifying in the area of purging. We are massively purging from our physical body very old patterns, programs, core wounds, and traumas. And it is really confrontational. What I can say about this is that we are fortunate enough to be at a state in our evolution where we have more awareness, more consciousness, and we are seeing things from a higher vantage point. So a lot of us are experiencing these old programs, these old narratives, these old ways of being, and we are recognizing it in the moment that it's occurring. Maybe not in the exact moment, but we go into it a little bit and then it's like, okay, stop. We know enough to stop ourselves. And the energy is such that it's so quick and accelerated and fast. It's literally light infusing our being, dislodging all this density, all these old emotions, all these old feelings that we have repressed for years and years and years. And now they are coming up for us to truly accept, honor, and let go, give forth, so that we can move the energy, create space for new experiences to come through. And so this full moon in Virgo means business. Virgo is all about structure and clutter clearing and organization. And it is literally rearranging our world right now. I know that myself and many that I am in circle with are feeling very much like we are in two worlds right now. We have one foot in the old paradigm and the other foot in the new paradigm, the old world and the new world that we are creating. And it's like we're in this transitory period. We're in the cocoon, we're in the chrysalis. We are there, and yet at the same time, it's like we pop through it a little bit, and then all these synchronicities come through, and all these signs come through, and then all these opportunities open up. And then again, there's this contraction. And then we start to feel and experience all these old programs and patterns that have been limiting us all these years. And it's like that statement that I love to use is the ego's last stand. As we ascend into that next level of consciousness, as we are approaching the expansiveness of our soul into that next dimension of living, our ego starts to freak out and wants us to stay. So it gets louder and stronger. And that is truly the opportunity to go deeper. When that happens, it's an invitation to go deeper. So with this moon coming in, the moon represents our psyche, our emotions. And there's this very strong energy coming in to clean up our inner world so that we may also show up as a present being without the old programming running us. So if you're not fully aware of what this means, think about reacting when there's a situation you've been in, and you might say, when this person comes in, I always feel this way. I always feel angry when that person's around me. And that's the invitation to look within and see where you are holding on to the anger. Where is it stemming from within your own being? Where are you projecting anger out on someone else? And when you can truly give that forth and forgive that within you, because we only see what is within us. We only experience what is within us on the outside. And that is the deeper teaching. And a lot of us are experiencing this as a residue of the past. So we've done a lot of work. I've looked at it again and again and again, right? And then it's like, well, why am I experiencing this again? Because I've worked on it, I've moved through it. The last time I saw that person, I wasn't angry, but oh my God, now I'm angry again. What is happening? This is the nature of the Virgo full moon. And sometimes we are faced with a situation where we are being asked to make a decision to empower ourselves. I mean, always that is the case. There is the path that will lead to empowerment, and then the path that we choose that disempowers. And in this very moment, it is very strongly coming in for us to choose that path of empowerment, which means, because Virgo is all about structure and reorganizing structure, it can also mean that relationships within our life are shifting and changing, and we are creating an opening for newness. Now we also have, there's deeper astrological teachings right now where we are working with the energy of relationships and everything is shifting and changing. So a lot of us are experiencing old relationships, either falling away or being faced with a decision to take ownership of our own power, where we have disempowering relationships that are giving us an opportunity, presenting us with a choice to actually step into our power in a different way, to be truly sovereign and stand in our light, in our truth. And the greatest teaching around this and the greatest experience I have ever had in my life, I mean, this is a teaching passed on. And when we can have this experience, it really, truly liberates us on so many levels. That I accept myself as I am. And I accept you as you are. And I even accept you if you do not accept me as I am. That is a powerful place to be. Sometimes people around us think they know what's best. Sometimes people around us judge us for what we do and what we choose. And if we can still find it within ourselves to forgive, because when it comes to acceptance, it's always about the self. So if we can truly stand in our power and accept our truth and our sovereignty, then we can also accept them and their challenges and their karma and what they're facing. There is always a story when there is disharmony. There's always a story being played out when there is division or separation. And the truth of unity consciousness and being in that unified field of awareness, where you merge the body, mind, and spirit, where the soul and heart come fully online to lead the way, means we are not identified with anything anymore. So there is no attachment to anyone else's actions around us. And we truly start to create intentionally from the inside out, because we are now in a state of clarity. So this full moon is the energy of release. We are being asked to really look at our lives right now. Clean up, clear out, create structure in places that we have brushed under the rug. Start to lift the rug up and dust it all out. And that's going for like what's inside us, the things we've not allowed ourselves to look at. It's time to make friends with our shadow fully, to integrate fully. And each time that we do this, we create a greater opportunity for expansion. So you may be experiencing this contractions, right, of being in the birth canal as you're rebirthing yourself. It's very interesting right now because it feels to me a lot like eclipse energy. One door closing, another door opening. Yet it feels like we're not exactly there yet. Yet that's the energy that is so strongly coming in. And also this nature of Scorpio, this death, rebirth, and transformation of our life. And I mean, if we look at this year as the number 8, 8 is Scorpio. So underlying this entire year, we are experiencing a rebirth. It is the year of transformation. It's also the year of the dragon, which accelerates us towards our destiny, clearing the full path for us to be in our expanded potential. So the most helpful things that we can do at this time, each time that we start to feel these old feelings or habits or thought processes that come up, because they are all starting to come up. Notice first, how do I feel? What do I need? And truly honor that as much as you can. And because we are also feeling this intensity, it's starting to activate us in different ways. Our gifts and our abilities are coming online so strongly. A lot of us are opening into the multidimensional realms of vision and seeing light in different ways. I'm seeing a lot of people post pictures of different light codes and light streams that are coming onto the planet right now. So we are actually opening our capacity from our third eye to see between worlds, to see beyond the veil. And everyone has this potential. We truly are starting to integrate our soul fragments and come into that one state of being, pulling in from all of our lifetimes, all of our experiences, and really allowing them to shine through. This is where we're going. This is where we are at. And so as you start to develop and things start to open and you're noticing this, the energy, because it's coming in so quickly, may start to make you feel a little anxious or a little overwhelmed, or like your mind is in an overactive mode, in overdrive. And in those moments, the best thing that we can do is relax. In order to fully receive the codes, the downloads, the information, in order to fully allow ourselves to surrender to the upgrade, we are required to rest. Because when we rest, our nervous system relaxes. It recalibrates. And it is only when our nervous system is relaxed that we can truly receive with open arms. So this can come in a way of resting by sleeping, spending time in nature, taking a bath, putting your hands on a tree and breathing with the tree to slow the pace of your breath down and really feeling the energy of the tree. If you're in a place where the weather is conditional for you to put your feet in the earth, put your feet in the earth, recalibrate, using all the tools that we can possibly use, because when this energy comes in so strongly to activate us, and I haven't even got into, there are solar flares that are continuously happening, and we're not used to this amount of energy. We really aren't. Our bodies are like, what is happening? Yet we've been there before, where our bodies are clear in past lifetimes. So there is a memory code within us that knows innately what to do in these moments to receive the codes to upgrade, because now we're in a physical body that is dense and it's so different. Yet if we allow it, everything within us starts to move and we get upgraded. So it is truly important to take that time, to take the time to rest, to regenerate, get out of the mind into the body. Sometimes movement helps to move the energy too, right? So using our tools, because this energy can start to feel like it wires us. And then we're like wide awake and stimulated. And so another kind of side effect of this is not being able to sleep or fall asleep. Again, this really reminds me of eclipse time. It's been happening for me multiple days in a row. And I think like, okay, I'm not going to have any energy tomorrow. And then I have energy the next day. And I'm like, how? I hardly slept, right? So even sometimes when we're using the tools, they're not fully assisting us to get into that state of rest. So we just try something else. Whatever tools we have in our toolbox, it's time to take them out. And if you're being called to learn something new, to take a course, to get support, to find a teacher, or to work with somebody, it's time. It's time to answer the call of your soul. So many of us put off things until next time. And we truly never know if there will be a next time. The time is now, in the present moment. So the more that we can get out of the head, like I said, into our body, into our heart, and this can only be done when we have a relaxed nervous system. The more that we do this, the clearer our path will be. Thank you so much for being here with me in this energy update. And if you enjoyed this content, remember to subscribe to my channel for more content like this, and I will be back with more.